Welcome to the Wizard and Wireless Network podcast with me, AJ.
And me, Will.
Together, we will be bringing you our no-holds-barred thoughts, opinions, and detailed analysis on all things Wizarding World. So with that in mind, grab yourself a glass of fire whiskey and settle into this week's episode of the WWN.
Welcome back to the Wizarding Wireless Network with your hosts AJ and Will. Today's episode, we will be talking about shopping in the Wizarding world and all things Diagon Alley.
Yes, I love me some shopping.
Ready to spend some money, AJ?
Yes, money that I don't have and probably will never have, but we move. Let's spend some money.
Spin the Wheel of Fortune.
Literally. Right, first stop on Diagon Alley. You've landed via Floo Powder, via Umbrella, via the Leaky Cauldron. Where are you hitting up first? With the exception of Gringotts, because you need coin. But where are you going first?
I think my first stop... So, okay, are we talking about first stop in terms of I've never been to Diagon Alley before? Or are we doing first stop as this is my average day at Diagon Alley? Where are we going?
It's your average day at Diagon Alley. That wizard that you've been pulling along for years has died, left you all those galleons in that well. The insurances came through. The goblins have delivered. The receipts are there. You are ready to spend that coin. Where are you going?
I think it would have to be the Magical Menagerie.
Not the Magical Mayonnaise?
The Magical Mayonnaise. Or the Apothecary.
Okay, what you buying?
So from the Magical Mayonnaise, I would probably be getting a little kitty.
Okay.
Getting a new cat. Because one is not enough.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I do like cats. I do. They do not like me. Highly allergic. So on that occasion, I may need to pass up on the kitty.
I'm sure there's a spell somewhere for it.
Oh, probably. Well, saying that, it wouldn't surprise me if there wasn't. It's an affliction that I feel covers both the Muggle and magical world.
Either that or there's got to be a potion out there somewhere. I mean, Snape has got to have a recipe for it somewhere.
Oh, probably. Right, so you've hit up the Magical Menagerie. You're going to the Apothecary. What are you buying? What lotions and potions?
I think it would purely just be it would be one of those things like, I think for me, the Apothecary is like going into IKEA. I'm not going in there for anything specific, but I am eyeing up everything. And I'll probably go in with an idea of like, oh no, I only just pick up like one or two things. I only need a few coat hangers. Come out with like a wardrobe, a bed, a few pillows, maybe a cushion cover.
Okay, fair.
I feel like that's me with the Apothecary.
Fair. You're just going in for some Wiggenweld potion. You're coming out with Felix Felicis, Draft of Living Death, Polygist potion.
Exactly.
Just in case.
Exactly.
In case
you need to be prepared.
Yeah, exactly.
What about you? So you go into Diagon Alley. Where's your first stop?
Oh, see, I am going to be so basic and boring here. I absolutely love a book. I love a book. I will probably go to Flourish and Blots and then the second-hand bookshop just to compare prices, see what I can get for a bargain. And sort of go from there. Is
that new book smell?
Oh yeah, you cannot beat a freshly cracked spine. That noise, that smell of the leather. Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. Then after that, probably totter myself along to Madame Malkin's, pick myself up a new robe, a little hat, and then finish the day with some ice cream.
Oh, good shout. I was toying with the idea of the ice cream. I was trying to be good.
Right, what flavour?
Oh,
Right, let's just take the magic out of it for a minute. Important question. If you were to walk into an ice cream shop, what flavour would you get?
I think it would have to be like cherry something, like either like a... Oh, no, I tell a lie. It would probably have to be maybe like a rhubarb and custard.
That's very left field.
I know. I had it once when I went on holiday and I went to an ice cream shop and they had rhubarb, like crumble and custard.
Yeah.
And oh my God, it was the best ice cream I've ever had.
Okay.
Because it was the ice cream, it was the custard with like a kind of like rhubarb whip, and then they sprinkled over like the breadcrumb, like the kind of shortbread.
Yeah.
Oh my God, amazing.
Oh, that does sound really good, to be fair. That does sound really good.
What about you? What's your ice cream pick?
Do you know, right, there is something classy about a classic vanilla ice cream, as long as it's done properly. Like, see these, you know the ones you get in Tesco and it's like a gallon for £1? Yeah, like, I'm not here for that. Like, absolutely not. If it's a nice one, a nice vanilla, there was a shop from my hometown that did it, and it is the best ice cream that I've ever had to this day, and it's just basic vanilla. But if I was going a little bit adventurous, well, I say adventurous, I like a mint chocolate chip. Love a mint chocolate chip milkshake. Or I do like honeycomb or tablet flavoured ice cream.
Any specific tablet? Are we talking about bisoprolol? Are we talking about aspirin? Are we talking about...
You know what I mean. No. Have you had tablet before?
I think I've had it once, and I think someone brought it into work, and...
You went into diabetic coma for 4 days?
Pretty much. It was pretty much like eating sugary butter.
No, that's exactly what it is. It's to make tablet, you get a kilo of sugar, pour it into the pot, melt it down, and then add in a tin of condensed milk and just stir it until it becomes a thick enough consistency for it to set. That is it.
So me and my friend at work, we were basically saying how it almost tasted like, you know, when you like the cream, butter and sugar together before you make like your cakes.
Yeah.
It was probably like someone got bored of making the cake and just stopped creaming the butter and sugar and just left it.
Yeah, probably. My mum makes really good tablet, but it's not something that I am that fond of because it's the texture. I do not like the grittiness of the sugar against my teeth.
I think the thing is, it's like, do I have tablet or do I have fudge? And I think I would probably go for fudge over tablet.
See, I wouldn't really bother with fudge either. No? I mean, like if I walked into a shop and I seen fudge, it would probably be the last thing that I would pick.
Oh, probably same here. But if I had to pick one out of the two, it would probably be fudge over tablet.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't be the first thing that I pick.
Yeah, just never something for me that I actually really did like. But yeah.
I didn't really had you pegged as a vanilla ice cream person though.
I know. Looks can be deceiving. Yeah. No. If it's a nice vanilla, like I said, like a Madagascan vanilla.
Are you the Waitrose Madagascan vanilla?
Yes, I am. Sorry. Not sorry about it.
A Gryffindor and vanilla ice cream.
Yeah. I know what I like. So, right, that's pretty much my day. So, is that all you plan on doing when you're in Diagon Alley?
Oh, no. Honestly, like, I would have... Definitely like you, I'd be going to Madame Malkin's, trying on every robe going.
Right, here's a question for you right here, right now. What is your character currently wearing in Hogwarts Legacy? Because that is very telling about someone.
So, okay. I I haven't had it on for a while because I'm currently like renovating. So I haven't had a TV or my Xbox for a while now.
Oh, that sounds like an excuse.
I think the last thing that my character was wearing was I want to say it's it's not the Dragon Slayer's robe, or is that the dragon leather robe with some kind of cream knitted gloves and the kind of, it almost looks like a cricketer's jumper.
It sounds chaotic.
I'll put a picture up on the screen so like those who are on YouTube, like you guys will be able to physically see it. It's not as chaotic as it sounds. It does look very stylish. I'll give you that. Okay,
fair.
Looks very suave. Looks like it could kind of take on like a mountain or two.
Nice. Okay, fair.
What about you? Are you one of those crazy ones with like the dragon goggles, the kooky hat, the knight in shiny armor?
No, I mean, like, respectfully, it's a nice decision to wear something like that. However, my main concern for that would be practicality. If you're fighting trolls, if you're fighting goblins, all the other dark witches and wizards that are roaming about, you're really going to be like, oh, hold on a minute, let me just get my dragon hide glasses. They've fallen off. Like, no, practical. Practical yet stylish.
You have to stun them into confusion.
Yeah, but that's what I've got Flipendo for, the pulse. So I've got all of the stunning spells. Yeah, I don't need glasses.
Well, you just fly in, just wear the glasses, and they'll be like, what the hell is this person doing?
I know.
And then out of nowhere, bam.
Bam! No, I think what I'm wearing is, I think it's got the Gryffindor prefect garb, but the Victorian one. So I look like a little ghost.
Which one's
so
that?
It's like a waistcoat with, you know, one of those Victorian collars that's like open and you can see the full length of the tie around the neck?
Yes, I think I know which ones you mean.
Yeah, so it's like that with like a golden red tie and then a pair of like horse riding jodhpurs on underneath because I look snatched. Literally. If I could get away with wearing that on a daily basis, I genuinely would. Honestly, there's something timeless about a Victorian style sense of dress.
Honestly, it surpasses all fashion icons.
It does. And here's another thing for you. Bring back Victorian morning dresses. So see, when I go to the cloud in the sky, I want people to be at my funeral wearing full-blown Victorian morning veils, like women in black. I want several women in black around my grave. No, I'm sorry. A suit or a dress from Next will not cut it. I want full-blown polyester, weeping, throw yourself on the grave and then come back and haunt the graveyard type thing.
You want like the running mascara, you want full kind of like everything kind of black lipstick, everything.
Yeah. I shan't lie. I want the drama.
If you had to pick one shop then, out of the ones that you went to, if you had to pick one shop to go to, and that's the only one you could go to, which one would you go to?
Oh, right, so what have we got? Right, what happens if my wand was to break? Am I not allowed to go back to Ollivanders?
No, never. That's it. You just have to live without a wand.
Well, that's not practical. Yeah, I mean, that's not fair.
No, you could go back. I mean, obviously, like, Ron goes back and gets a new wand. But you have to go through a whole rigmarole of going through, like, getting the wand and going through 20 different ones to find the right one.
It's hardly a rigmarole. I mean, it's like, it's a day out. That's what it is. It's a day out. It's like whenever you go to Jimmy Choo or Louis Vuitton to get a nice bag or a pair of shoes. I'm only saying this because I know someone who's done it. Not me. I ain't that rich. But it's an event. You go and you say, I would like a bag. And then they present you with 20 bags. And you take your time. and you have fun looking at the bags, and you look at the interiors of the bags, you look at the leather of the bags, you look at the patterns of the bags. It's the same for a wand. You look at the wood of the wand, you look at the length.
Exactly, the decorations, the details, the design. Now this is the thing. This is the bit that got me with the change of going from like your Philosopher's Stone Chamber of Secrets wands, where they're very basic, to everything has like a bit of a detail about it. They're all very specific to the characters. But 9 times out of 10, if you're going to open a box and the wand's going to pick you, do you really think it's going to be like, oh, this wand tells you everything about me, like this has got my personality written all over it? Like that's like a blue moon opportunity. Like, who has that?
Exactly. So taking that out, so Ollivander's is extreme extenuating circumstances, shall we say. So we'll keep that there. I would need to just keep going back to Flourishing Blots, because I need to keep furthering that magical education.
Well, the thing is, I think looking at how many books was in that shop, like obviously, like when you go in, you only get like 1 or 2 books for that each year. So you've only ever had like 14 out of that entire bookshop. There's plenty of books in there that you would never have read.
Exactly. Yes, I'm sticking with the bookshop.
Fair enough. Okay.
What about you?
I think I would probably... I'd have to do Madame Malkin.
Okay, fair.
Because, like you said, like going to like Louis Vuitton and everything, like having the person come up to you and it's like you're trying on all the different outfits. They give, like, think about like wedding dress shopping. Mm-hmm. Like you go in and it's all about kind of like trying on everything else, getting it all fitted and sized up, and like they give you the glass of champagne to have with all your wedding dress choices. Like for me, that is a day and a half worth of just sitting there trying everything on.
Okay, counter argument. What happens if you're in Flourishing Blots and you find yourself a nice little book, Dressmaking for Witches and Wizards? Or do you just want that experience all day, every day?
Oh, I just want the experience.
We, in the 21st century of Wizarding World, we are being self-sufficient, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm giving someone else the opportunity of employment and a wage.
Yeah, fair.
So I'm all for distributing the wealth.
But saying that, what's the wages like at St Mungo's?
Definitely not worth the work.
Well, exactly. What wealth? Delusions of grandeur. What shop, like, if you had to get rid of a shop in Diagon Alley, what one would you get rid of?
I think I'll probably just get like rid of either like the junk shop, or I think things like the Daily Profit shop.
Why?
Well, they could be based anywhere. Why does it have to be Diagon Alley?
Well, where would you have them be based?
Well, they're just taking up a shop. That you can't really go into the Daily Profit shop. It's where they make all the papers. They're taking up valuable high street space. That's hard to come by.
Or what would you put in it instead? A British Art Foundation? Like every other high street in the UK. I'd probably have like another cafe. Okay. Like every other high street in the UK. Fair enough. Like they're missing like a bar. Like you've got a pub, but like they're missing a bar or not a Wisding nightclub. Come on. Yeah, that is very true. The Diagon Alley after dark. Exactly. Like Diagon Alley is fine up until 4 in the afternoon. After that, ghost town. I know. Shut down. I guarantee you though, Nocturne Alley is like Soho. It would be feral. I was just thinking the same thing. It would be absolutely feral. Nocturne Alley after dark. Literally. Madame Pomfrey's got a pop-up shop. She's giving out all the condoms and syphilis medications. All the poppers. All the poppers. We've talked quite a lot about Diagon Alley in this episode that's not about Diagon Alley.
Well, we're getting ready. We're kind of like exploring, walking down Diagon Alley. We're seeing where we're going. But
Okay.
one of the main shops that we haven't really talked about, and it is the most iconic shop within all of Diagon Alley that everyone has to go through. We've kind of touched on it, but not quite.
Okay.
Ollivanders.
Yeah.
The shop that you have to go through. There's no getting out of it. You have to go through. And I'm curious, what's your wand? What was the one that you ended up getting when you went in there?
I believe it's a redwood wand. And
Okay.
it's 10 3/4 inches with a unicorn hair core.
Okay, so unicorn core. Okay. Redwood's quite interesting because it's like, that's
Allegedly, it means I'm lucky.
maybe lucky with your wand skills.
Yeah, well, it's never let me down so far.
Well, exactly.
What about you?
So mine is a vinewood wand, similar to Hermione's.
Oh, very nice.
And mine's kind of like a cross between Harry's and Hermione's. So I've got a vinewood wand with a phoenix feather core.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. And it is the longest wand that you could ever have made. So it's 14.5 inches.
Oh.
And vine wands are supposedly very loyal wands.
Okay.
So they are attracted to personalities with hidden depths and those who have a great sense of purpose.
Interesting.
Which is very fitting for Hermione when you think about her becoming Minister for Magic.
Yes. And Harry becoming the boy who left.
Exactly. They know how to choose them.
They certainly do.
Would you go into any of the joke shops in Diagon Alley?
I mean, I think you'd be stupid not to. I mean, I would love to know if... So see when Wizard... I can never say this. Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. Whenever that opened. Did Gamble and Japes close down? Because to have two joke shops in the middle of a relatively small business district to the Wizarding world, it is a bit of a competition. And as we've seen from the Half-Blood Prince, the Fred and George's business was absolutely booming. So what happened to Gamble and Japes? Because that was only ever really touched upon in the video games, in the books. And I loved Gamble and Japes.
They must have closed down because, like you said, during like that point where they had then opened up their shop, most Diagon Alley had closed down or stopped business. But obviously there's that weird continuity part where you've got the bits that happen to Ollivanders happens a little bit before kind of the Weasley's Wizarding Wheezes opens up.
Yeah.
So I know what you mean in terms of like, it's a very small shopping area. So obviously having two joke shops, but you kind of think about how many coffee shops are in one high street and you would think the same thing of like, well, how does anyone actually stay open if you've all got the same stuff?
Well, exactly. I mean, I suppose that's the thing. It's like going to Starbucks and Costa. I mean, it's two different beans, I suppose. Two different tastes of coffee, two different intensities. I suppose It could be the same said for Gamble and Japes and Fred and George's shop.
Yeah, I suppose like it's that whole thing of maybe Gamble and Japes have like very more traditional things and Fred and George then sell a bit more would you say like pop culture referencey type things.
Yeah.
Like if you think about like the Umbridge merch.
Yeah, that was a stroke of genius, to be fair. I think that's probably one of my favourite things that they had in the shop. Because it was with the times.
Exactly.
They were on top of things.
Yeah. And I think thinking about then obviously with Fred dying as well. Obviously, George then left to run the shop on his own.
Mm-hmm. George just quids in.
I know. Like, takes over like the entire thing. 100% profit for him.
Exactly. But saying that, I think he would still prefer to have shared it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he would have taken the 50 shares rather than 100 shares and losing Fred.
Yeah, 100%.
So in terms of like getting ready for Hogwarts then?
Yeah.
So obviously everyone goes to Diagon Alley, getting ready, and we're pretty much at that time. So it is maybe a week to go before we're going back to Hogwarts?
Roughly, yeah. It's nearly that time.
So in Diagon Alley, getting ready, getting prepared, what pet are you taking with you to Hogwarts?
Okay, well, going by owl, cat, or toad, I would need to take an owl. Because they're just cool. I mean, it's like a personalised butler getting your mail.
That is true.
And they can send messages left, right, and centre. I mean, a cat can't take a message halfway from Scotland to London, can it?
Well, if you teach it to apparate.
Can a cat do that? Highly doubtful. But no, I'd probably go for an owl because they're just so cute. I absolutely do love them.
I think that's the thing. Unless you've actually had an owl as a pet, like they can actually be really affectionate as well.
God, yeah. I assume you're taking a cat.
Of course, like Tate is already packing himself in my trunk already. He's already kind of asleep. He's actually asleep in my trunk.
Oh, bless.
So he's already packed himself, ready to go back.
That is cute. Right, so what is in your school bag then? Are you going backpack or satchel?
I think I would go with backpack.
Okay.
I think I did satchel for such a long time, like during college and uni. I think it looks very cool, but practically you can never fit enough in there. I think just a backpack, you can just cram so much in. And we all remember kind of going through school, the amount of textbooks you need, the workbooks, everything. Like you're carrying so much with you.
Yeah.
So I think I'm definitely going for backpack. I'm team backpack.
Okay. On that note, team satchel over here. With an undetectable extension charm for all of your schoolwork needs, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, now you're just showing off.
That's why I chose a bookshop, because I'm constantly learning. Undetectable extension charm with some form of weightlessness charm.
Yes, absolutely. Got to. It's a must.
Yeah, because I couldn't be bothered walking about changing shoulders and all that, because it really does hurt.
That is true. And the thing is, like, if you've got all of those, you can even get away with, like, even smaller.
Exactly. I would love to see, like, some Hogwarts student just rock up to Defence Against the Dark Arts with a clutch.
Walk into the room first.
I was thinking that literally just like click, 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 click. But I mean, if you had a bag like that, undetectable extension charm on it, you could literally fill it to the gunnels with anything that you wanted. Think of all the sweets.
Oh my God, the snacks in class.
Right, what are you taking? What's your favourite snack?
Favourite snack? It depends on what mood I'm in. Because I really fluctuate between like sweet and savoury moods. Like if I'm in a sweet mood, I will crave like chocolate. So
yeah,
a peanut butter chocolate bar, Reese's Pieces. Or if I'm in a savoury mood, probably just like a cheese cracker.
A cheese cracker? Are you a parrot?
Like, No, but you know, like the ones that have like the cheese already on them, not like fresh cheese, but like just like the cheesy crackers. Like you know, you can like get cheesy twists.
Yeah.
Like that.
You see, I wouldn't vibe with that. I'm just not here for that because I don't like cheese.
Oh, of course.
I know. It is an affliction in itself because, I mean, cheese is pretty much in everything. And as much as I try to like it, I just can't get over it. It's just sour milk. Hardened. It's hardened sour milk.
It's all about your mindset, AJ.
It's just, no. It's vile.
So you're not taking the cheesy crackers. What are you taking? What is your snack of choice then?
Well, if you looked into any bag that I had, right, I am an absolute fiend for like sour sweets, like Haribo Tang Fastics, Sour Patch Kids, especially the ones from America that is chock full of carcinogenic E numbers. Yes, I will take cancer for them. They are fabulously addictive. I love them so much. I've had to stop eating them because, right, so I did a trip a few months ago. And I think I was in Denver in Colorado and I went into Target and I bought a family size pack of those had what do you call them?
The babies, the
Sour Patch Kids. Yeah, I bought a family size pack of those Sour Patch Kids. I ate the full bag walking around that city and I didn't realise I had eaten them all. I had to be rolled
AJ.
out of the hotel.
Oh my God.
I was absolutely buzzing with the sugar. Absolutely. And you know what? I would do it again. Yeah, I have no regrets.
Were you one of those kids that would have like the toxic waste in school and like you'd go through the whole tub?
No, because back then I didn't really like sour things.
Oh, is it a new thing?
Well, it's relatively new. Well, I mean, I say like as I've kind of gotten older, like late teens, early 20s.
Okay. See, I've kind of gone the opposite way. I've kind of gone from like, I used to have like a tin of like toxic waste in school. And I'd have like 2 or 3 at a time.
Okay, fair. Yeah, respectful.
But now I'm kind of like, I've gone the completely opposite way of like, much I could do is a sherbet lemon.
A sherbet lemon? God, that's child's play. Eat them like Smarties. Talking of which, actually, right? So I found these new mints in America. I say new mints, right? They've probably been about for years, but I've just discovered them. They're called Altoids.
Haven't heard of those ones.
So they come in a red tin or a blue tin. And the red tin is like spearmint, but the other one, the blue tin that I buy, I can only describe it as sterile. It's, you eat one of those mints and your mouth is like an operating theatre. It is full-blown sterile, aseptic. It is clinical breath you have. But I can have like 3, 4, 5 at a time and just revel in that. Literally. So that is probably what would be in my bag, sweetie wise. We need to chuck a chocolate frog in it.
Oh, 100%. Have at least like 1 or 2 of them in there. Maybe a pumpkin pasty.
Oh, triggered.
To be fair, I've never actually had one, and I haven't because I've never actually been to Universal's yet. And
I didn't know they actually sold them there.
I think they used to, and I've never actually had one. I can't tell whether, because the thing is, in my head, it's on a sweets trolley, so it's got to be sweet. But in my head, it's a pumpkin pasty. Pumpkin, not sweet. Pasties, not sweet. Savoury. So I'm really conflicted as to like, are these a sweet, or is this like a Cornish pasty, but instead of it being mince, it is just filled with pumpkin?
Every possibility. I mean, I would certainly try one.
Oh, yeah, me too. Like, I'd definitely try one, but I don't know whether or not I'd like it.
Well, you don't know it until you try it.
That's true.
Let's start the petition, bring pumpkin pasties to the UK. With Cho Chang as their sponsorship.
Wait, are they pumpkin pasties or are they pumpkin Percies?
It's pumpkin pasties.
It is pasties.
course it is.
When she says it in Goblet of Fire, it sounds like she's saying Pumpkin Percy's.
No, she does not. No, she does not. It is 2 pumpkin pasties, please.
We need a vote down below. Pumpkin pasties or Pumpkin Percy's? Like, you know, like Percy Pigs.
Do you think M&S are subsidising bloody Hogwarts with Percy Pig Pumpkin Percy's? I'm putting that, in fact, you know what? Right here, right now, I am putting this on the what's that app that we're on? And the Instagram.
Threads.
The Instagram. I'm putting that on the Instagram.
Yeah, Threads.
Cho Chang Pumpkin
Pasties.
Pasties.
Are you doing it as a story?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'm doing it as a thread because this needs to be resolved.
Right, anyway, finish this.
Let's circle back. So
let's circle back.
Sweeties. Sweetie darling.
Yes, sweeties.
So, obviously, talking about like everything that we would want to take with us, would you be taking Hogwarts Quidditch robes with you?
Oh god, yeah, 100%.
Because you're actually part of a Quidditch team, aren't you?
Yeah, it's been a while since I've played right enough just because work has been so busy. But yes, I am. I was a chaser.
Were you?
Yeah.
Would you be a chaser? So if you were in the Hogwarts Quidditch team, would you still be a chaser? Is that your ideal position?
Do you know, I really don't know. I like the idea of being a seeker because I like going fast and having to shoot towards like a certain target to try and catch the golden snitch. Chaser, you're just running from post to post grabbing a ball.
But you're the main people who score throughout the game.
Yeah, true. If I'd just be happy to play, you know.
Happy to be here.
I'm just happy to be here. I'll be Madam Hooch. I want that whistle.
You want the authority.
I want the authority. I want to be McGonagall sitting up in that stand with that beautiful little tartan hat on.
The the muff.
Yeah, honestly, I would love that hat. I would love that hat for a little country walk. A little autumnal winter country walk back in Scotland. Anyway, would you play Quidditch?
I don't know. I like the idea of being on the Quidditch team. I definitely like the idea of it. But I think I'd be quite happy just cheering along at the sides. I think the amount of times it takes out of your day, I'd be there just kind of like cheering with my flag.
What other extracurricular activities would you do?
Oh, I don't know, actually.
I mean, for me, I think if I was to join one club, it would need to be dueling club.
See, I definitely probably would. I would definitely want to join like a dueling club.
Yeah.
I think in any of the Harry Potter games where there's a dueling club, I know obviously like 100%ing the game, you kind of have to, but dueling club is like the first thing that I end up doing.
Yeah.
And I think it would be very closely matched with like a potions club.
Also, while we're on the topic of dueling club, what homosexual in their right mind called the dueling club in Hogwarts Legacy crossed wands? I have some questions for that person. This is a children's game, and the connotations are many.
Crossing streams, crossing wands, sword fighting, you know.
I see the agenda they're trying to push here.
So, would you kind of like taking your way through Diagon Alley then? We've stopped off on our favourite places. We've made sure we've got our wands, we've got our pets, we've got our robes, we've packed our bags. Would you do one last stop at Gringotts before you went?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because my thought is, like, how much do you take to Hogwarts with you?
Well, that's very true.
Because, like, it's not like you've got, like, an ATM machine or, like, a Gringotts mini.
Could you imagine?
Like a Gringotts extra. Like how, like you've got to almost like take out your entire like year's supply, unless you're going home over Christmas and Easter. Like
True.
You've got to be able to kind of like take out your entire thing. And then where do you store it?
Exactly. See, school bag, undetectable extension charm. Everything you need is in that bag.
So you've got it you've got it sussed.
I tell you, I'm all about practicality. I must get it from my mother. She always said that she hates to get a present that's not practical. So, for example, if you were to get her a spa voucher for her birthday, she would hate it. But if you got her a toolbox, she would love it. Like the middle aisle of Lidl is her idea of heaven.
Honestly, Adam is exactly the same. Go to get anything from B&Q, Wix as a birthday, Christmas present, sorted. Anything that's like your typical kind of like birthday present, Christmas present. Nope.
Yep. Scuppered.
Now, on your way round Diagon Alley, would you do one last stop at the Globus Mundi travel agency and book one last trip?
To where?
Anywhere.
Like, where am I going? I've got school. I've got studies. I have studies.
You've got your reading weeks.
Oh, true. True.
Study in the Bahamas.
I know. I really want to go to Wagadu.
Exactly. Do like an exchange program.
I would love that because they over there, they are literally doing wandless magic as if it's like writing your name. Just something so simple, so elegant. I need to get in amongst that. And I need to be in there. I would love to do like a foreign exchange school trip. I would love that. And everybody in Wagadu is a bloody animagus.
Exactly. That's like a default. That's like one term sorted.
Exactly. Whereas over here, it's like, this is a heavily restricted branch of magic. It is heavily regulated. It is heavily advanced. And they're over there like, done it last week.
I did it when I was 11.
Yeah, I would love to go there. Love to go there. You going anywhere?
I would probably do something similar. I would probably do a trip to probably Japan school and just do like an exchange over there.
Oh, that would be nice.
Because at least then when it's our kind of reading weeks in the winter, it's kind of their summer. Mm-hmm. So at least then you always stay somewhere that's slightly warm. And it gets very cold in Scotland.
It does. You're telling me. But yeah, so we have done a lot today. We have packed our bag. We have done a whiz round Diagon Alley. And we have caused quite a stir on a debate about pumpkin pasties.
So please join the debate over on Instagram, on the story, or join us on Threads. And please let us know, like, is it pumpkin pasties or pumpkin Percies? And it's definitely pumpkin Percies. I win.
It's absolutely not. So there we go.
So obviously we are getting our bags packed. We are packing our trunks. We are getting ready for back to Hogwarts in just over a week's time.
I cannot believe it's that time of the year again.
I know. I'm so looking forward to finally like seeing everyone back on platform 9 3/4.
Oh, I know. It'll be so nice to see everyone again.
It feels so long since the last time, honestly.
But yeah, so what are we chatting about next week?
So, next week we are going to go and continue talking about all things Diagon Alley and Harry's first experience down the iconic alleyway.
Yep, sounds very sus. But we will discuss it nonetheless.
So join us next week when we will be discussing that chapter. And as always, keep your radios tuned in to the Wisdom Wireless Network and join us next week for our next episode. So until then, bye.
Bye-bye.